What's up, YouTube? This is Rebecca the Diva coming at you with another video. Before I get into this video, if you are new, welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca the Diva, of course. All I'd like for you to go ahead on and do is hit that subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, please select all the post notification bells, so every time I upload, if YouTube is not bugging, tripping, and bugging, you'll get notified. Also, please share this video out because, hey, sharing is caring. There are no secrets on this channel. We tell everything, and I do mean everything. And please like the video because it helps push my content out on the algorithm. And for everybody else, what's up? Welcome back, Diva Gang. Please make sure you're still subscribed to this channel. Please hit your post notification bell and select all. Please share this video and like this video. Whew, that was a mouthful. What's up, guys? It is Monday, September the 1st. Could y'all believe it's September already? Like, I just paid rent like a few days ago. It seems like now it's time to pay rent again. Okay? And unfortunately, my rent going to be late this month, because I don't get paid till next week. So they're going to have to wait. I've never been late before. So, hey, it's the first time for everything. I think I was late once out of 2 years. But anyways, that's not why I'm here. Okay, so I have been talking to y'all over the past couple of videos about working from home. If you are new to my channel or not familiarized with me, Rebecca the Diva, I am a content creator, social media influencer, and I also work a 9 to 5. I do work from home 9 to 5 job. I have been working from home since 2020, 2019, 2020. I want to say the ending part. No, since January of 2021, legally, I've been working from home. Like, my resume will say something totally different, but that's between us. Don't tell nobody. So yeah, since beginning of 2021, I've been working from home. I've worked for various companies such as Mazda, which is the big car corporation, Apple, which we all know Apple, iPhone. So to say, and currently I work in my own field, which I am a certified medical assistant. So I am working basically in the front office end with state Medicaid. So I work for a state Medicaid healthcare plan. I will not be disclosing the company that I work for, but if you are interested, my company has companies all throughout the United States. Like, my daughter used to work for my company. She's recently lost her job because of her own reasons. She'll tell you different, but it's because of her own reasons. You know, you can't keep calling out and being tardy and late and having background noise and all of that craziness. Every line of business with my company is different, okay? I work for a line of business that is cool. My supervisor that I have now is cool. The supervisor that I had when I first started and went into production, she was an old bitter bitch. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't really too much care for her. She was nice. Let me stop, because she still works for the company. Hey. Like, she was nice, but she just had her own set of ways of doing things. And, like, I feel basically, in so many words, she was setting me up for failure. Okay, instead of taking me to the side and saying, well, this is how this is done. You've only been here a couple of weeks, basically a couple of months even into production. So this is how this goes. And I quit. Yes, I quit my job. The job that I'm working, I quit. I was like, boom, clock out. I quit. And I sent the email to the manager. The next day, she called me back. Now, Miss Rebecca, like, what can we do to fix this? You know, she says, now, you telling me you quitting. You know, what if I process the paperwork and get you out the system? Now what? You don't have a job. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, they put me with another supervisor. And the supervisor that I have now, she's strict. She's about her business, but she is mad fucking cool. I love her down. I would not, if they put me with another supervisor, I swear I would quit or try to get fired on purpose. Fuck out of here. So, yeah. So, if you're interested in working for my specific company, I'm going to ask you to DM me on Instagram only. I will only respond to my Rebecca the Diva Instagram account. Just say, hey, Rebecca, I'm interested in signing up with your company, and I will give you the information that you need to sign up. So, with that being said, we're going to just jump right into this video. And yes, this is different from my normal reaction content. I do have more content for reactions coming. I'm going to try to get that recorded today on the fact that it is Labor Day. I do not have to work. This is a very short week for me. I have to work tomorrow, and I know the phones is going to be off the heezy for sheezy. Yeah. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be, as I told y'all in my previous video, with my daughter is going to a K-pop concert, La Seraphim, I think they're called, and it's going to be in Jersey. So we had a jet set to Jersey. We're getting there Wednesday morning. The concert is that evening. We're flying right back out Thursday morning, and then we'll get home probably about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Have the rest of the evening off, and then work on Friday. Of course, I don't work on weekends. So, my company, just more about my company. Like I said, it's a healthcare company. Um, they work with various health plans, Medicaid, private. It just all depends. What I do in specifics in my job is just answer inbound calls. So that means, like, if you have, let's say, Medicaid and you have United Healthcare and you need a new ID card for your kid, you're going to call, I'm going to say, thank you for calling such and such. This is Rebecca speaking. How may I assist you today? And you can say, yeah, I need a Medicaid card for my daughter. I ain't got one. I was like, okay. May I start off by getting your member ID number? I don't know that. All right, what's the child's last name? Humphreys Jeffries Morenzo. Date of birth? 12/10/2018. Okay, first name? Jamiroquai. This is exactly how this shit goes. You cannot make this shit the fuck up. I swear. Then you need to verify what's called HIPAA verify to make sure that person is attached to that account. Period. Whether it's the mom, dad, or an authorized representative, all of that information has to be verified. The company that I work for, their quality assurance is high. I feel high. Some companies, you have to be like, do 70 or better, 80 or better. My fucking company, you have to get 95% or better every month. For the past 3 months, I have not met 95%. So now I get put on what's called PIPs. PIP. I don't know what the fuck. Performance Initiative Plan. There we go. So I'm getting put on a PIP for the month of September, okay, and I have to get that 95% above or I could face termination. At this point, I don't really give 25 fucks. If you want to fire me so I can sit my ass down for a couple of weeks and get unemployment, okay? And then maybe I can apply for my Medicaid or food stamps back because this shit is for the first. I have never been this motherfucking broke in my life. Like, literally low on food, like, and it's like I make good money, but I don't make that good of a money. Like, literally, I'm being really putting y'all in my business. I make less than $20 an hour. Okay, so it's more than 16, but less than 20. Let's put it that way. So you do the math. So, like I said, if you're interested in my company, it's a great starter company. I've been there come 2 years, come November. Yay, me. But it's time for me to move on. I've been putting in applications like crazy, 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 crazy. I have been focusing more on my business. So, and by the way, please shop my online business. It is fearlessbossdiva.myshopify.com. I'll leave a link in the description box. Also, we're going to start off now, but I want a work from home job. I know that much. Okay, you know that. But you've only worked at, let's say, Popeyes and McDonald's for the past 15 years. Okay, or even 5 years, or even 2 years. Okay? So you don't think you're going to qualify for that job. As long as the company that you worked for checks out. Okay, because you can put you worked for McDonald's. Okay, as a customer service liaison. That's when you're not going to put cashier. You're not going to put cook. You're going to put customer service liaison. Yeah, And then you're going to put job descriptions similar to what you did. I worked in a customer facing environment, assisting customers on an everyday basis, handling cash, um, doing inventory. It's just all about what you say. Also, if you got a work from home job and you want to apply to it, but your resume ain't what it is, the best thing to do is to take the words, take all the descriptions that's in the job, okay? I'm trying to find a job. I'm on this website now looking for a job to apply for. So I'm trying to find an easy position so I can basically give y'all the gist of what I'm talking about. But basically, if it's saying, okay, here's one. Yeah, let's try this one. Data operations. You want to try to take the job description and put it in your resume. And my whole thing is you got to come to the realization that in this day and time in this year, some people have 3 and 4 different resumes to apply for different jobs. People just don't, because back in the day, I'm 54 years old, so back in my day, we had one resume, we attached that to the paper application, okay, and there it was. There was no internet when you uploaded stuff. And it took me, and I'm being really, truthful, it took me a long time to even learn how to get used to this new age um, of job searching. Because back in my day, you go from store to store to store to store, or building to building, or sign up with a temp agency. Me being from New York City, my first jobs was like at a, whatchamacallit, a children's clothing store. I saw a video just last night on TikTok where the lady had the backdrop, the green screen of cookies, the children's department store downtown. If y'all from New York City, y'all know downtown Brooklyn, on Fulton Street, cookies. That was my first ever job was McDonald's. I worked there 3 days. The manager, they had me come in on, I think, like a Saturday, and they had too many people working, so they didn't really want to send me home. So they was like, here, gave me a big ass mop. And mind you, back then I was little. I ain't had no kids. I was 18. I was skinny and little. Short. I'm short like I am now, way skinnier. He handed me this big ass motherfucking industrial map and say, mop the dining room floor. So I'm like, oh, God, here we go with this fuck shit. So then I'm mopping, and then there was just like older, 2 older ladies sitting in the dining room eating. And one of the ladies looked at me, could you do that some other time? We're eating. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I will do this. Or I will let somebody else do this. And I went into the back to the mouse. I quit. I was supposed to be, a cashier or in the back. You got me mopping in the dining room. I'm not cut out for this. I quit. And I clocked out and I went home. Day 3. No, I didn't even go home. I lied. I got out of my uniform because I would take my uniform and change in the bathroom, because I was embarrassed to say that I worked at McDonald's. Mind you, I'm from Brooklyn, the hood, East New York. Um, so I went walking. So I'm walking store to store because it was early still. Store to store, store to store. Are you hiring? Are you hiring? Filled out paper applications. Finally, I went into cookies. I filled out the application. I gave it back to the manager. They were like Middle Eastern guys. He was like, when can you start? I said, I can start whenever you need for me to start. I need a job, and I need a job ASAP. I just finished high school. College wasn't starting yet because I went to the community college first and then got into the 4 year. So he was like, well, you can start tomorrow. No, I'm going to start you on Monday. Be here Monday morning, 7 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I was like, I bet. $3.85 an hour. That was a lot of money back then. And I had a full-time job. I worked for cookies about 6 months. Okay, so that was my first job. And like I said, just go from place to place, filling out applications, and hope they call you back. Um, when I got into college and a little bit out of college, in between college, I worked with temporary agencies. I will tell anybody that, especially that's in New York, go to one of them temp service agencies in Manhattan. You will get jobs out the wazoo. Clerical jobs, stuff in envelopes. I worked for insurance companies. You name it, I've done it. And they back then, and normally they'll pay you a little bit more than what the state minimum wage is. So yeah. So put that on your resume. And if you don't know how to put all of those words together, I'm going to start offering coaching services or resume writing services. You do have to pay a fee. Nothing in this world is free. If you don't have that much money, I'm willing to work with you. I'm not one of those people that be on these internets talking about, oh yeah, for $150 I can do this, that. No, my prices of everything that I sell is reasonable price, especially in today's economy, even if it means me taking a loss. So, if you need help, if you need me to write your resume for you, you can send me a message on my IG, which is Rebecca the Diva, and I will get with you on that. Like I said, I do charge a fee for that. It's not a high fee. You simply just going to go to my stand store, click on what you need to click on, and I got you. And I will call you, and we'll set up an appointment around my schedule, because like I said, I do work a 9 to 5, but I will set up a schedule, and we will get this done. I am your key to getting a six-figure job. I'm on my way to getting a six-figure job. If you don't, if you can't get that six-figure job, get 2 or 3 jobs, especially if they work from home. I don't take anybody seriously if they say, I can't find a job. Or, oh, I can't work from home. My kids. Baby, get you some noise-canceling headphones. Okay, put them kids in one room. Like, hey, you sit here, be quiet, and watch TV. Or if they that little, when you need to have them in the room with you, keep them in the room with you and keep them preoccupied. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you'll get with a company that's a little bit lean. Like my company is lenient. You know, they not really too picky about background noise, because a lot of us, all of us, just about are women. There's only maybe a couple of men that works on my team. So all of us are women. All of us are 9 times out of 10 single mamas, or mamas that's in the home. Dad is outside the home working, and daycare is hella expensive. Um, so yeah, make that shit happen. So I'm using this. Now this is a engineering type of job, but I'm using this just as a guide for you. So the job is Data Ops Business Enablement Engineer. Now this job it's an engineering job, so I'm just going to give you a peek at how much. So where's that at? That's how much they're paying for this salary. So the low end, 82,000, and the high end, the most you can make is 115,000. As you can see, they come with benefits. I'm bad with focusing cameras. So just a little bit of responsibilities. I'm just going to read this off to you. It says, Ascension Technologies is one of the nation's largest healthcare information technology services organizations. We provide Ascension and its subsidiaries with low-cost, high-value IT infrastructure and software application services that support rapid and effective clinical decision-making, improve efficiency in care transitions, yada, yada, yada. The summary of the job, it says, Ascension Technology is one of the nation's largest healthcare IT services organization, supports data-driven transformation across the continuum of care. It says the role supports cross-functional operations by managing access, governance, product support, version control. So basically, you're going to be in charge of a couple of different projects for this company. And this is what you need to have: cloud engineering, release and change management responsibilities. So you need to be able to lead and coordinate change across the life cycle in ServiceNow, develop and manage deployment documentation, collaborate with developers, managers, facilitate and attend technical review in different meetings. Here's the qualifications. So this is the part that I'm talking about. Qualifications. So whatever this is saying, you need to take that, take a couple of these bullet points, put them in what's called, a lot of you should be familiar, Chat GPT. Chat GPT is free. If you don't know what Chat GPT looks like, let me pull it up for you. It's free to have. I know they have a premium account. I don't have a need to pay for that. The regular version is fine with me. So this is the website, ChatGPT. And basically, it's like a new age AI system. So you put in, sorry y'all with this camera. So you put in the information. You can put in customer service. So what I normally do is write me a resume using the keywords customer service, software as a service, whatever. Whatever the keywords is, you put that in. It's going to do exactly that. It's going to write you a resume. Basically, all you have to do is copy and paste. Okay? I sell a resume template already done for you. Only thing you have to do is take that resume template and use it as a guideline to put your current information into that form of a resume. Okay? So that's basically all you're doing is taking and you're going to start up with your name, phone number, email. The next step would be your objective. The next step is going to put in all your skills, whether it be personal skills, technical skills, business skills, all your skills, whatever it is that you know how to do, whatever your niche is, whatever you're bringing to the table to this job is going to go under skills. You're going to put your technical skills. So if you're good in Microsoft Office, you put that. Excel, you put that. Zendesk, put that. Salesforce, put that. On and on and on and on and on, whatever your skills is. Also, then from that, you're going to put your actual physical jobs. I normally don't like to crowd my resume, so I normally had one job on my resume, which is my job that I currently have. But about a month or so ago, I had an interview, and the interviewer kept asking me, "Oh, so you just have one job? I see you just have one job listed. I see you just have one job listed." So they were very much so interested in someone who had a lengthy, job history, and I ended up not getting that job too. It took them weeks and weeks and weeks to even send me a rejection letter. Now, trust me, are you gonna, just because you filled out for a job, are you gonna get that job 100%? The answer is no. The job market is very, 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 very saturated right now. Everybody's looking for a job. People like me are looking for a second, maybe even a third job. There's 24 hours in a day. 8 of my hours are already spoken for. But if I have to work doing my 8-hour first, I have to job stack, basically. It's called job stacking. Some people work 2, 3 work from home jobs where they're making up to $100,000 a year because they have them 3 jobs. So that's my goal, and what I want at least 2 work from home jobs. One that I can work my regular 9 to 6 that I can work, and maybe if a third shift. But if I can't find a third shift, like I said, I'm going to take whatever shift they give me, and I'm going to make it happen. So in my case scenario, because I already have a phone job, I'm more so focusing on getting a non-phone job. Those are very hard to come by, but they are out there, and you can get them. So I'm going to wrap this video up because it's getting kind of lengthy. I need to edit it and post it. I'm going to post that part 2. Part 2 is going to be actually me giving you a couple of companies just to start off with. Like I said, I'm the type of person, I don't gatekeep. A lot of people will tell you, hey, I work for this company, blah, blah, blah. You get this, you get that. But they'll never, ever tell you the name of the fucking company. And like I said, to protect myself, because I don't want to give out where I work at over the whole World Wide Web, send me a DM on my Instagram, Rebecca the Diva, and let me know that you're interested in working for my company, excuse me, I will give you my personal information to use as a reference. So that'll kind of guarantee that you get the job, as well as the website on where to go to apply. My job has different positions. I'm a customer service advocate, okay? You may have more experience than me. So there are other jobs that are a little bit more higher up on the totem pole that you may qualify for. Okay? Remember that. So, part 2 is basically going to be me giving you a couple of places and a lot of resources on where to look, because a lot of people want to work from home job, but they really don't know where to go. A lot of people use Indeed. Stop doing that. Indeed, back, I want to say 10 years ago, used to be the place to go if you needed a job. Indeed now is full of scammers. Don't do that. And LinkedIn, I have a LinkedIn profile. I don't like LinkedIn. It's too confusing for me, okay? That just might be my thing that I got going on. I don't necessarily get my jobs off of LinkedIn. Very rarely do I click on there and go job searching. But a lot of companies want you to have a LinkedIn account. It's free to make one. Attach it to your resume or send it if it's requiring when you're filling out the job application online. Next, like I say, I will give you the names of companies that are actively hiring. I will give you the names of companies that, yeah, you might only make $15, $16 an hour, but if you're sitting at home right now and you don't have no dollars an hour, $15 to $16 an hour, which comes out to be about $500 a week, is more than not having no dollars a week. Okay, I will get you some jobs making some mediocre money, and I will get you some jobs that's on the higher end for those that are a little bit more educated, got a lot more experience, and you want to make at least 60, 70 to 100K. I got you. Okay, so that's coming up in the next video. So please, please, please don't forget to like this video, share this video out with any and everybody. Okay, leave a comment. And I'm going to leave the description, the link to purchase my resume template. It is very, very, very simple and easy. As soon as you purchase it, it'll download to your email. It's very inexpensive. It's not expensive at all. Okay. In my second video, I'll also have an option for if you need a one-on-one session. You can go to my store and purchase that one-on-one session, and that's going to include the resume template as well as a one-on-one coaching. We can do it via Zoom between you and I can show you the ins and outs of what you need to do to get your resume correctly and to set you up in the right headspace to apply for those jobs, land those interviews, and be successful at that interview. That's another point that we're going to touch on. So don't forget the resume template. If you need one, it's going to be in my description box. I think there's a part on that resume template where it says click here to edit. I'm not for sure whether that link still works because I made the resume template on Canva. Okay. You don't have to go to Canva to edit your resume. You just simply can pull up a blank Word document and type it up as you see fit. And like I said, if you need help, if you don't know what you're doing, let me know and I got you, all right, for a fee. Until next time, guys, bye.